Season 5 of Outlander is almost over, so thank goodness they gave us plenty to talk about this week. One of the first things that happens, though, is that Jemmy picks up the stone that Claire found in Season 4 by someone she suspected of time travel. And clearly it affects him. He says it feels hot and he hears a buzzing. Roger, Bree, and Claire all hear and feel the same thing, but Ian and Jamie, no such luck. The good news is, now they know that Jemmy can travel safely back to 200 years in the future. And so Roger and Bree begin to make their plans. But Jamie and Claire get questions from Ian, who is now starting to put things together that something's not quite right. His aunt isn't really a fairy, she's a time traveler. And they let him in on the secret, not only because he suspects it, and now he's seen the weird thing with the stone, but he also has a journal that talks about time travel that was written in ballpoint pen, something they definitely didn't have in the 1700s. Ulysses is fled to Fraser's Ridge because now he is wanted for murder. Jamie wants to help him, of course, especially since he saved his Aunt Jocasta's life. And even though he's technically free, he has chosen all these years to work for Jocasta. Was he in love with her romantically? How sad! He had to stand by and watch her be with Murtaugh? It's amazing any love story ever works out on this show. Roger and Bree settle on a story to make their goodbye plausible. They tell everyone they're leaving Fraser's Ridge for Boston, where Roger's going to be a professor. Lord John Grey has also popped by for a visit to tell Jamie and Claire goodbye. Well, really, his love Jamie, and give him an update on Willie. He even has a picture of him. Jamie decides to finally tell Bree about her half-brother. Because, let's face it, they can't even have a connection anyway or it would ruin his life. He's being raised as British nobility. Lord John Grey also brings Clara a new microscope, which she decides to experiment with after doing the deed with Jamie. They have a very sexy scene, and it is very reminiscent of all the kinds of scenes you want from Jamie and Claire. But she takes his deposit and puts it in the microscope. Jamie thinks what he's looking at are germs, but in fact, he's looking at his own sperm. And he learns a new word. He didn't know that one. Roger then asks Ian to take them to the stones. They're worried about saying goodbye to Claire and Jamie in person. Roger also gives Ian the deed to his land. Ian doesn't want to take it, but does promise to take care of it. But if Roger's going to be 200 years away, it's not like he'll be coming back soon to take it back. And Lord John Grey not only says goodbye, he says hello to Ulysses, who he's going to take back with him to Great Britain. It's perfect. They can be chess partners, and while they're at it, they can talk about their unrequited loves. Jamie is once again asked to help by those men, and he firmly refuses. Bad guys don't like to hear the word no. Ian follows through on his promise to Roger and Bree and takes them to the stones, where they each have a little stone, and Roger ties a rope around all three of them. There's a great use of music as they're standing there about to pass, and then nothing. Ian desperately tries to go through the stones because he wants to go back in time and fix his relationship with his wife. It doesn't work, of course, but in good news, you do see Roger, Bree, and Jemmy safely on the other side, even though they're both surprised by what they find. We, of course, don't know, because this is a cliffhanger before the finale. But back at home, trouble is brewing. Claire has made an enemy, and while she's at the house with Marsalee helping put a dislocated shoulder back in place, Jamie, Ian, and Fergus see an explosion. It's the still. While they're gone taking care of that disaster, Claire and Marsalee are attacked. Marsalee is knocked out and Claire is abducted. What else can Jamie do but run up the hill and light the fiery cross? With only one episode to go, I have a feeling, just like the fiery cross, we're going to be sitting on the edge of a cliff for quite a while.